All right, next we want to introduce Molly. Molly was actually on Fox 2, was it last Wednesday? And she did an amazing job raising awareness. Next Wednesday, we're actually going to have a mother of a little girl come on and share her story and talk about wearing gray next week. We're all going to wear gray next week, right? I think it's Thursday. We're supposed to wear it. But let's have Molly share her story.
Be pretty quick, I think. Okay. In July 2016, my life changed. Everything and everyone I knew changed. And things did get scary. But the craziest part of all was that I found out I was stronger than I thought I was, and life was bigger than I thought it was. It was a day like most days, July something 2016. I ran to the gym, I did a strength workout, and ran home. I started out with an energy beverage. I continued with more caffeine and coffee. I went to work in downtown Detroit, as always. I walked to a coffee shop on my lunch break and pounded a cappuccino, as always. Was chatting with the baristas when suddenly I felt ill. I thought I might puke. I needed to put my head down. I put my head on the marble counter. Next thing I know, I'm on the floor and someone's t-shirts are under my head like a makeshift pillow. EMS is asking me questions. I was mortified and groggy. They took me to DMC. Lots of tests, and I don't remember them much other than, at the end of the day, a somber-looking emergency doctor had to come up to tell me the most surprising news, one I did not see coming, that I had a brain tumor and I needed an MRI. That MRI would decide whether I needed an emergency surgery or not. Fortunately for me, although the tumor was determined to be the size of a large avocado pit in my left temporal lobe creeping into my hippocampus, for whatever the reasons, I had some time to decide where and when I wanted surgery. The discovery of the tumor was scary, but the world didn't end. Our family had good experiences with Henry Ford Hospital, so I went there. I was ushered to Dr. Eyre, who specializes in epilepsy surgery and deep temporal surgeries that may involve the hippocampus. She has more insight into the cutting-edge tools and interventions for this area. I remained confident after my surgery in October 2017. I healed quickly and felt fine, certain my life would quickly get back to normal. Not for a single second did I expect or anticipate a cancer diagnosis. I thought I just had like a bubble in my brain that had to be taken out or popped. That afterwards I'd be fine. They'd brought things up like oncology or something, but I wasn't listening or processing until the day I got the phone call with the post-craniotomy results. My introduction to my neuro-oncologist, Dr. Snyder, was when he called me with a diagnosis. He very calmly told me the what's what. He wasn't sad-sounding or panicked, but the diagnosis was quite serious. I was diagnosed with a grade 3 anaplastic astrocytoma. Basically, it's a baby glioblastoma. I was stunned. I asked him if I could call him back. He said, of course, and if I could get myself to Henry Ford West Bloomfield anytime, he'd be happy to clarify things. I said, yes, please, that. I hung up the phone, and then I screamed. Cancer happened to other people, sick people, old people, kids, distant friends or relations, but not me. I never felt sick. I never even had a headache. How could I have brain cancer? I was so healthy. In my thinking, the day I got the phone call was the day the world ended. But it was also the day it started new. Yeah, the world started new, and I kid you not, it's a better life. A life with purpose and a life with meaning. After the craniotomy, I moved quickly into the max radiation and chemo cycle, followed by a year of chemo and now MRIs every 3 months. I am not cured. My cancer is not fixed. We expect it to return either as itself or glioblastoma at some point in my life. Shortly after diagnosis, I began to find connections and hope, exploring online and having my Henry Ford family. Finding brain tumor patients, caregivers, doctors, nurses, and organizations on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have been vital in helping me through this scary time and the scary times that continue. Organizations such as the American Brain Tumor Association help me connect with other folks in a similar boat. For example, last year in Chicago, I went to the ABTA conference and not only learned about new advancements in brain cancer treatment, I got to meet in real life my Twitter friend Sabine. We got along so great, we decided to start writing a book together. She and I have the same diagnosis with the same mutations, when we're about the same age with roughly a similar story, and lots to share with the newly diagnosed brain cancer patient. Brain cancer stinks. I'm not here to depress you with life expectancy stats for someone with brain cancer. I'm not here to put you in a bummer mood, because there is always hope. And there's not only inspiration on the horizon, science and medicine are on the cusp of making this a much less brutal scenario. Almost done. Not long ago, I was a runner who thought being in good shape and having a fast 5K time mattered most. And that's certainly fun and important. But at this event, please remember, it's not just a 5K to win a medal or a t-shirt. This race matters. It's raising awareness. For those of us with a brain cancer, it's our lives. We are not just boring statistics. We are sons, daughters, husbands, wives, friends, cousins, neighbors, teachers, writers. And it may sound a bit hokey, but diagnosis doesn't have to be the end. It can be the start of a new story, your story. And today you are all a part of someone else's new story. Thank you.
Great job, Molly. Great job. All right, I know you guys are cold, so we're gonna get warm. Does that sound good?